Hello and welcome to Real to Real Talk. I am your host, Paul Britton. Tonight we're going to be talking about some movies. That's right, kids. We're Oscars or awards and everything. That's all in the past. We're just back to movie talk. Just going to be doing hardcore reviews. Probably not even going to mention oh, is this Oscar worthy until April. But anyway, tonight we're starting with Anthony Hopkins in One Life. This is a biopic about Nicholas Winton or Nicky Winton, and who's a British dude who traveled to Prague at the onset of German hostilities in Europe when they were starting to just be like, you know what, we think we just want this little thing here, and then we're done. Mr. Winton knew better, and he went to Prague, where there were thousands and thousands of refugees, and set up a stream of children leaving Prague and coming into the UK, and so he found funding to get the kids there. He found foster homes for when they would arrive, and the movie goes into all of everything he needed to do in order to in order to get the kids there into London, into England, out of Prague. He handled it, and I mean it's a straight up biopic. It time hops between so it focuses on two key times in the guy's life. One, when he was actually having the shuttling the kids on the trains, on the international trains from Prague to the UK, and then two, modern, which was like mid 80s, when he actually started an effort to reconnect with some of the kids that he saved. And so the first like train full of kids, and I say train full, it's it's not an entire train. Train full would be awesome. The first train of kids arrives in the UK about the 30-minute mark, and just tears. And then from that moment on, I think the longest I wasn't crying was probably like a 15-minute stretch. There might have been a 15-minute stretch where I didn't just start crying for just some random reason. Look, this this is one where it's so, the cues of when to cry are so obvious, and it's and some people would say, oh, it's manipulative, and I'll always push back on that, and I'll just say, I it's effective. Like it's just really effective, and it really makes you wish that there were more there was more remembrance of the days when everybody kind of agreed that, yeah, fascism is bad. Nationalism is dangerous. Right-wing nationalism is a force that needs to be fought and prevented and destroyed as equally ardently as left-wing nationalism. Okay, I don't care which end you're approaching it from. All right, left or right. Extreme left, bad. Extreme right, bad. It's all bad. Okay, and this movie is, hey, reminder, hint, extreme right, bad. Okay, so that's where we are on this. But yeah, One Life, man, it there just need to be more stories of things that people don't know about, and I'm sure for folks that live in the UK, this guy was knighted. He lived to be 106. I mean, holy crud, 106. If I were as good of a person as he was, I could see, all right, yeah, you know what, let me live to be 106, but I am not, and so I really hope I don't live that long, but that's okay. we don't need to talk. We don't need to go into that. No, seriously though, there need to be more movies like these. These are the kind of biopics. Yeah, you know, Bob Marley's great. I really liked the uh, you know, just name the famous person. Sure, whatever. I'm kind of over it, but whatever. Uh, People we don't know about that did amazing, crazy, insane things that just are like, are you freaking kidding me? More of those, please. Here on Real to Real Talk, we do taco ratings instead of stars. And so if you want to give like a little extra love to something instead of a half a taco, we do add guac because nobody eats half a fucking taco. So today for Anthony Hopkins, One Life, you're getting 4 tacos. Just absolutely solid 4 tacos. Why not 4 plus guac? Why not 5 tacos? It's still for as good and effective as it is, it's still, a pretty standard biopic, but it's really good. It really should be seen by everybody. God, I hope people go see it in theaters. I understand if you're like, oh, I don't want to be a weepy mess in theaters. So I get that. The next movie we're going to look at is Kristen Stewart's Love Lies Bleeding. This one is coming from director Rose Glass, who directed previously Saint Maud. That came out in like 2020, just as the pandemic was kicking up, and I did see it. I don't think I ever talked about it on this forum. Riveting, tough to watch, weird film. In fact, I might have done it as now that I think about it, I might have done it when I was doing What the Hell Did I Just Watch, which I stopped doing just because it's What the Hell Did I Just Watch is not remotely as effective without getting Sergio's reactions. So that if you're a longtime watcher and you're wondering where's What the Hell Did I Just Watch, when Sergio comes on, I'll try to remember to watch something weird. But Love Lies Bleeding is the story of Lou. Okay, so first of all, it's a period piece. Okay, it takes place in 1989. It's the story of Lou, played by Kristen Stewart, who is it lives in Albuquerque and is the manager of a gym. She also happens to be a lesbian, and she comes across Daisy, who is not Daisy. I'm sorry. Comes across Beth. No, not Beth. Golly gee willikers. How is she not top billed? This is ridiculous. Oh, there it is. Comes across Jackie. Jackie, who is a female weightlifter, and like the Arnold Schwarzenegger type, like just totally absolutely ripped, does the all the posing and that sort of thing. Comes across Jackie, who has just arrived in her town on her way to Las Vegas to participate in a competition. And oh man, this movie is I was all over the place on this movie. There are a lot, and I mean a lot of things to really, really like about this movie. There are some things that make this movie extremely difficult to watch. Dave Franco plays Lou's brother-in-law, JJ, who happens to beat his wife, Beth. And that's tough, and there's just, if you're not into like body horror, and I'm almost going to say it's body horror, like this is not the movie for you. There mega trigger warnings on this one. It's really just an exploration of the relationship between Jackie and Lou. And Lou's father is a local basically like the crime lord, the local crime lord, played by Ed Harris, who is amazing in everything he does, and this is absolutely no exception. Ed Harris absolutely rocks this movie. Every second that Ed Harris is on screen is like, yeah, this is this perfect, perfect, perfect character here. The relationship, the exploration of the relationship between Jackie and Lou is so good. It really is the best parts of the movie. Then people start making bad decisions. And I mean, look, if you know, I've talked about this before. I have a hard time with people making bad decisions movies. Like, it's just not something that I don't mind it, but when it's used to drive the plot, and people making bad decisions absolutely drives the plot here. When it's used to drive the plot, it's just like, oh, I okay, but I'm probably just gonna have find a lot of like little things that I just find like, oh, why? Just no, oh, why? No, oh, why? And I did that a lot during this movie, especially the third act, where just every decision is just like, this is clearly not what you should be doing. Like, whatever you think you should be doing, not what you're about to do. By everybody. And and it's interesting because like this is but this also has one of the things that I actually really like in movies, and that is the unsure about who actually is the hero and is there anybody actually good in this movie. um and the answer is there is definitely not anybody really good in this movie. But then the other thing is, when you have nobody good in the movie, I always feel like you need a character that is the avatar of the audience. And this movie absolutely lacks the avatar of the audience. And there so before Jackie comes along, Daisy is in the picture, and as sort of like the person who's in a relationship with Lou, but it's obvious that Lou is just kind of like bored and hasn't found, and is just looking for somebody to have fun with. And the boredom is made abundantly clear very, very early in the movie. Uh where and like, Daisy is just not a fleshed out enough character to play that avatar, and it would have been interesting if they had fleshed her out a little more and made her a little deeper. Eh, but but man, there's so much good working in this movie that's good. I don't want to paint this in a negative picture, because I really did genuinely like it, but I also feel bad that I didn't like it more. Um, Particularly, so what happens in Saint Maud, there's a very surrealistic event in Act 3, and again in this movie we get a surrealistic a surrealistic moment in Act 3. And in Saint Maud, which has a lot of religious overtones, the surrealistic moment really works and is just fucking awesome. In this movie, I've heard people say that it worked for them. It didn't work for me. I'm just going to come out and say I'm one of those people who's like, yeah, and I love surrealism in my movies. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I eat it up for dinner. Yum, yum, yum. It just doesn't work for me in this movie. And I think I might have liked it more if it'd been taking place during like uh 1979 and 1989, and like there were a lot of homages to the fact that the Incredible Hulk was a television show at the time. If that had been going on, like I would have been like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. As it happens, it's just kind of like, is this an earned moment? It didn't feel like it to me. There are indicators about what might happen, and um just not enough for me. But I really liked this movie. I really did. I just wanted to love it. So where are we going? We're going 3 tacos plus guac. I highly recommend this movie. I also highly expect that a lot of people aren't gonna like it. It's not so much that it's a tough hang, it's just it's really quirky. You have to just be willing to accept that there are parts of it. Like, this movie unlike some movies that have something for everybody, this has something that everybody's gonna just isn't gonna work for you. Like nobody, I would be very surprised if anybody came out and said like I liked everything that happened in this movie. Like at some point, everybody's gonna be like, I was kind of turned off by this moment. All right, we're moving on to the last movie really quick. Millie Bobby Brown is in Damsel now on Netflix. The biggest question out of this movie is who is the bigger Netflix owner? Is it Millie Bobby Brown with Damsel, and then also has a movie coming up that I'm super excited about, which is Enola Holmes 3 later, and then also a much anticipated, long waited final season of Stranger Things? Or is it Adam Sandler, who just recently had a movie come out that on Netflix that I reviewed a couple weeks ago? I don't know. But it's fine. Millie Bobby Brown does Damsel. It's it's a period, like it's a fantasy flick. There's a dragon. It's Middle Ages essentially. She plays a damsel, but it's like not this damsel doesn't need saving because she can save herself, type of thing. Um, it, you know, it's it's good. I would watch it again. And I don't have yeah, that's all I'll say. Three tacos, Damsel, absolutely 100% worth sitting down and watching. Um, you're not like, go watch the other two movies first. Like if you're like, I can watch two movies this week and I'm picking between these three movies, go watch the other two for sure. Damsel's not going anywhere. It's on Netflix. It'll be there forever. Um, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I'm Paul Britton. I hope you enjoyed Really Real Talk. We'll be off next week. I'm going on vacation. No, I'm taking a week off. So I hope you all have a great couple weeks. I'll be back and we'll be joined by Sergio to do a review of Godzilla X Kong. So we'll see you then. Have a great one.